guys, ZBWLS Studios, back again with another video. This time it will be behind the scenes for my most recent animation, besides the Lego ones, the 2D animation, the Darkest Dungeon Phonk Walk. It performed really well. It got the most views on the channel. I think it's about 550 something. Hopefully we can get that up to 60, and it's got like 40 something likes, so it's the best video I've posted so far. But I wanted to show you what it looks like behind the scenes, you know, like what does it look like behind the video that I post on YouTube. So first I will open the animation file. So yes, I use Blender for 2D. The Blender grease pencil is really good. Okay, it's a great tool. And I know most people would use Adobe Animate or Flash. Animate, yeah, Adobe Animate. But my school, since I'm taking a gap year, they cut off my Adobe subscription. So I started looking at free alternatives, and I found Blender can handle 2D animation, and it's also got like a 3D base, because it was originally a 3D program. So a lot of the tools you can kind of use in 3D. So if you look behind here, these so-called layers, they're just in 3D space, in front and behind each other. So it's actually really easy to see. Like, you can see what's in front and what's behind, which helps a lot. And that's what it looks like. So I got this background to scroll toward the left to simulate that look of, you know, them walking forward. And you can probably see right now that I've got rigs here for the two of these characters. You can tell that they've got rigs in the video as well. So the man-at-arms in the middle, right? That was hand animated, no rigs, no interpolation. I just had to do it all myself. So I'll show you everything. So I've got all these different layers. So as you can see, take out the head, take out the fills, take out the shadow, take out the body. Let's go to draw mode so we can see this clearly. So originally, yes, it was like this. So I found the video on YouTube of Dr. Livesey walking. Then I had it put on here, and I traced the walk cycle, and then it looks like this. So that's just the walk cycle. I think there's about 26 frames of his walk cycle, and there's about a few duplicates within that. And if I go here, what I did was basically I had also a picture of the man-at-arms, right, Baristan, from the game here, and I would look at it while I would try and imagine what his armor and his gear and like how he would look like from that angle. So looking at the rough, I did the body. It was pretty tough as well. This took the most time for sure. And as you can see, look, it's almost like a perfect copy of the walk cycle. But this is very hard, because, you know, I know very little about anatomy and perspective and that, but I did my best to try and get like the shift of his armor, like this top half. His legs don't change that much at all, just walking. But yeah, so that's for the character in the middle, the man-at-arms. And okay, so the character on the left, you see here, just go to object mode. Oh, that's edit mode, sorry. Object mode, and if I click on here, there we go. Now we can go to pose mode. So here, you see these points? All of this, it controls. So these are basically keyframes, right? So let's say this left arm. You see this? I copied the animation for the loop. However, I'm pretty sure the individual ones are here, here, So it basically repeats like so. This is the one loop, right? All I had to do was put these 4 individual keyframes, and the software, right, the blender, it interpolates that and it just pivots it for me, and it looks super good. I was really happy that it could do that. So I just do that for all of the limbs, and it works like that. And I also did have a reference for, so in the Livesey walk, you know, the 2 characters have the same walk cycle, so I just made a rough sketch of that one, and I looked at that to make this, and it basically fills in the gaps to make it look really good. And it's the same case with the Crusader as well. Reynold over here, I'll show you as well. Oh, these are just all the backgrounds. Oh, that's the wrong scene. The collection, oh, there we go. So Reynold, which is the one on the right here, Crusader. The pose, so I have to click on this. Hold on. The armature. Oh, because I'm still in pose mode. Alright. And then, oops. Yes, the selection becomes a little difficult. Now I can enter pose mode, and yes, you can see here, for example, his right thigh. Right? I did all of these key poses, and it fills in the rest basically. There's quite a few here, but it was really nice. It's just really easy to do. And let's do his arm here. So the arms were very easy to animate. It just pivots like that, back and forth. Very simple. But it looks really good. I really like that. But in order to get this look, I had to also look up pictures of these characters first, and then I would trace it, and I would fill it in. But I would do that on, so for example, the Crusader on the right, you see stroke layer. There we go, strokes. And we go to stroke 01, object mode, and then let's say rough HM. So you see here, right? Let's say arm L. These are all the arm, his arm, left arm, body, his left thigh. It's all separate layers so that they can go overlap each other when the rig interpolates its movement. So this is it took some time, but it wasn't very hard. It just takes time. And I would assign each layer to the bones here, to the skeleton, and it would just work. It was really nice. I had to look up a lot of YouTube videos on tutorials, but it's an amazing tool. The rigging, you know, cutout animation. If it's done right, it can look really good. And to be honest, it can honestly get away with a lot of like the obvious like pivoting with like music or something, or maybe having like a really dark background, or like having the part where there are joints, like having it a little darker so that it's harder to see. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. Not just talking about like the views that I got, but also just the animation, because I picked up 2D animation like really recently. I've only made like 2 animations before this, and going into this I knew it was quite ambitious, but I'm really happy with like what I produced, you know. Like honestly, just I don't know what to say. Just really happy that I made this, you know, like this came out, I made this, like come on, like it feels good, you know. I'm just glad that, because it looks exactly the way I had it in my mind, and that's what matters the most, you know. Just a happy artist, you know what I'm saying? Happy animator. Damn. Yes, and I will show you that this animation has some flaws. So if you look really closely at the middle, right? I never bothered to color in his teeth. See that? See? You can see the background through his teeth. I don't know if anyone has noticed that, but there you go. Little error, coloring error. Well, it's not more like an error, because I knew about it, but I was just really too lazy and I just really wanted to post this. But also there's a few, oh, let's turn off this rough, it's harder to see. There's a few coloring issue. Oh, you see that? See his index finger? It's colored wrong, and there's little tiny, errors like that. But it's small enough that it's alright. It doesn't ruin the animation or anything. But yeah, that was behind the scenes for how I managed to make the Darkest Dungeon Phonk Walk, Dr. Livesey Chad Walk meme on the animation side. Next, I'll show you how I made the video, how I edited it. Okay, for the video editing, putting everything together with the audio, I use VSDC Video Editor. It's a free program, again, just like Blender, it's free. I will first open this video. It should be right, project opening in progress. And well, as you can see, the editing was actually quite minimal. It was very easy to do. So I used Metal.tv. It's basically like a video game recording thing. It's a really good app. You should use it for if you're recording anything like gameplay wise, video games. It's really good. But I use that to record the first part of the video, which is just me going through the game and just opening everything. So that's what I did. I recorded it, and so this all this here. I did a few cuts to make it more cinematic, but this is the whole me playing the game. Then I cut to just a blank screen. That is really loud. Okay, that was I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it was really loud. I will not play that. But so black screen, then the audio of the famous quote, remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Really epic quote about that. And then cuts onto basically the video. But when I rendered the Blender animation, it was only about 20 odd seconds long. So another error in the video, if you guys may have noticed, this one actually, I'm surprised that it's not as obvious, but so you see here, right? Down here where the cut is, if I inch forward, so pay attention to the background, alright? Pay attention to the background this time. Pay attention, and boom, it changes. I did not loop it correctly. It changes, that's right. But they roughly have like the same color palette, so I don't know if it's that obvious. But as you can see, I made sure that the character's animation isn't clipped, right? It continues, it flows normally. So I'll show you. Pay attention to both the characters in the background. If I play here, okay, very loud. Sorry about that. Okay, just headphone warning. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yep, it clips. And I went to, did I use SoundCloud? I don't know, on SoundCloud this song isn't available to download, so I just used the MP3 YouTube link to MP3 converter. I got the audio and I put it into this video editor. It was very easy to put together. And this tool is actually pretty good. It's just that one problem, this app, it can freeze from time to time, and it doesn't matter how good your computer is. It's just some weird, just a weird bug. But there was a new update. Apparently there's a new version of this, so hopefully they fix that. But so if you're working on VSDC Video Editor, make sure to press no, not that. Save project, this one, yeah, Control S, just every now and then, so that you don't completely lose your progress. Cause I lost it completely once, and it was very sad. Yeah, really put a lot of stress, if you know what I'm saying. Almost got afflicted. But yeah, so that's what I did to put it together. I exported as a .mov and uploaded to YouTube and also my Instagram, which I'll put all three on the description down below. I've got one for just my personal, and one for my art and animation, and one for Lego, my Lego account, Zorn, but with Lego. However, It got hacked like a year ago, so it's completely dead. But you can go check out all my brick films there and my mocks and all that. I should post the one here as well, just so that everything, you know, it's all connected and everything, cross promotion. But yeah, so I use this to put everything together. But you know, I am an amateur, so I'm hoping I could improve upon myself, learn from this experience, and yeah. But there's just one thing that doesn't really sit right now. Although the views are nice, and I went up by like 3 subscribers to 29 subscribers. Let's go, guys. Let's hit 30. That's silly. But I was really hoping I'd get more comments, and the 3 positive ones I've got right now, you know, I'm happy with them. Thank you so much for the support. But I was hoping for some critiques as well, and maybe like teaching me what other tools I could have used, and like faster, better workflows and stuff like that. Because I really want to talk to you guys, and like I really want to interact with people on this, you know, on this platform. I find it really fun, but I just don't get enough comments, and the comments that people do post, it's on my videos, it's really basic. Like it's not like a conversation starter, you know, just like, oh, I love this, you know, I love that too, you know, like thanks. But praise is great, but I'd rather interact with you. You know, I want to have a little chat, you know. I'll look at your channel and I'll talk about maybe your animations, or even just your videos, you know. But yeah, please comment if you really like this, you know.